Welcome back mga Summoners dito sa LoL Varsity League 2017 summer term. Of course, we're currently at the playoffs, witnessing the semifinals. And of course, all of this, syempre, powered by Lenovo Light the Sky. Pero, man, I really want to get into discussing this game. Pero, syempre, pakilala muna kami bilang casters niyo ngayong gabi. Ako si Arctic, the Sir Sam. With me is my boy, Chiste.
And during that previous game, we saw Asidia pop off on the Renekton. Very, very strong performance. It looked like he was angry, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Channeling the rage from the Renekton. But with that win, that means TUP, they're now on match point. And what that does, it gives them momentum. We can now end if we win. And for AMA, you got to be thinking, that's a lot of pressure on us. True. We can't let them win this next game. We have to force a Game 5. And we get to witness it together.
And I don't know, guys. We'll just have to see. Is it gonna be a story wherein, syempre, para sa TUP, what they want to do is with this 2-1 lead, they want to use it to motivate them to propel themselves into that win. Pero, syempre, I mean, tao naman tayong lahat. Andun pa rin yung factor na behind the scenes. Andun din yung gaya ng San mo, may pressure pa rin. So, we'll just have to see, guys. I don't know. Because anything, gaya ng sinasabi ko time and time again, anything can happen in these type of leagues. Let's hit into the pick and ban.
Yeah, so it looks like there's still no change from AMA. They constantly ban out Bam's Azir, showing a lot of respect. And you should respect his Azir. He has a lot of highlight plays on the champion. But one big adjustment I want to see from AMA is find a way to shut down Plan A from TUP. They really need to deny Asidia the tools he can use so that he can be the carry for TUP and AMA. They're hovering over Sejuani at the moment.
Man, Sejuani indeed. I'm wondering how this will work out. Zoo definitely has a lot on his shoulder. In all fairness naman kay Zoo, I like how he was proactive in the earlier game. Pero grabe talaga, CJ just making a massive comeback. So let's just have to see if he'll be able to bring the same consistency in his ganks that he exhibited pretty much during the previous games. Meanwhile, para naman sa TUP, Tom Kench as well as the Tristana, immediate lock-in for the bot lane duo, Navi and Nico, really wanting in on that Tom Kench.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Tom Kench today, and I think for both of these teams, they show a lot of value in this pick because look at the amount of protection and denial he provides to each lineup. And for AMA, speaking of protection and denial,
wow,
it's going to be Ken Frost on Tarek. And we all know Tarek as a champion, he has that Cosmic Radiance, AoE invulnerability for a few seconds, so that's definitely enough time for Relapse to just go off on this Twitch if he's able to position properly in the team fights. But it looks like TUP have an immediate response. They've gone on to this Jarvan, and what that does, it means that the Twitch will have less areas to maneuver because he doesn't have any dashes, and unless he burns his flash, there's really no way for him to get out of the Cataclysm once a little skirmish happens.
Meanwhile, wow, actually, the Rise, this is a champion that we've been seeing quite a lot recently. Going to be locked in right there for Bomb, and it looks like AMA will be rounding up their composition with a Maokai as well as an Orianna for Volcata and Nieve respectively.
Okay, now looking at the draft completed by AMA, this will rely a lot on their bot lane. It's up to Relapse and Ken Frost. For Ken, we need to protect Relapse. For Relapse, he needs to be the star, but he needs to be the carry for AMA because a lot of the damage will be coming from that Twitch. And are we going to see Asidia play Nasus?
I wonder. I mean, Miko, he likes to hover. Interesting. Okay, there you go.
Okay, Trundle. That makes more sense because versus a Maokai, Trundle is one of those picks that can really bully him around, having that subjugate as well once you hit level 6. There's really no realistic world where Volcata on Maokai can 1v1 Asidia's Trundle. He's just going to get pushed around. So if you're AMA, you're going to have to find a way to deal with that split push because that has been plan A. Time and time again, TUP constantly went back to this strategy where they just give resources to Asidia, let him split push forever, and there's really not much you can do.
Is this basically the same type of strategy that we'll be seeing, I mean, not just for Asidia, but across the board for TUP, considering the other elements that they've locked in for their composition?
Yeah, I think that's definitely the strat they're going to go for. They won't want to go for those full-on 4v4 fights because this is a huge disadvantage. They have AMA, they have the Tarek, they have the Orianna. For TUP though, they have the tools to get out. They have the Realmar, they have the Tom Kench. So many tools for disengage. So what that means is Asidia will have to do so much work just trying to split push in this game and possibly close it out 3-1.
So there you have it, folks. Both sides, nakalock in na yung mga compositions niya. Siyempre, sa mga nanonood ngayon, whether sa ating Facebook Live, that is facebook.com/LCLPH, or siyempre sa ating game YouTube link din, that's gaming.youtube.com/PHGarena/live. Let us know what your thoughts are, pwedeng sa composition or spam lang, hashtag TUP win ba? Hashtag AMA win. Let's go ahead and find out, will TUP be able to live up to the momentum that they have right now and win it all into the finals? Or will AMA University capitalize on potential pressure and force it into an equal 2-2?
Yeah, the question in everyone's minds right now, will TUP close this out, or will AMA possibly force that Game 5 that we all love to see?
Indeed. I gotta give my kudos to AMA because gaya nga ng sinabi ko, we have to kind of give credit to not only what happens in the front line with the players, pero kung ano yung preparation na ginagawa behind the scenes. Kasi I've been very vocal about how I'm very impressed by the improvements sa nakikita ko sa AMA recently. And of course, I think it's not just the players stepping up their game, pero you also have to look at the support staff. Gaya nga ng sabi ko, it's very balanced how AMA functions right now. The players have a say, the coach has a say. And I think the recent changes to their support staff with their newer coach, it's definitely worked wonders for them. This is the reason why they were able to at least make sure na solidified yung stay nila sa top 3. But of course, what will get them to the next level is what happens within these next few minutes.
Yeah, but you did mention the support staff. All of that work, all of that sort of studying, should say, and this is their test right here. They need to have all the right answers if they want to pass, and TUP is a very tough exam.
Kumbaga, ito yung pre-finals na nagaganap ngayon to hopefully make it to that finals. Pero let's go ahead and see how that will go there. True. Oo nga, totoo yun, totoo.
It's midterms.
Prelims yung group stage, midterms tong semis, finals.
And if you're a college student, we all know how stressful that can be.
Oh man, I don't know. But even more stressful siguro para sa mga players natin ngayon on the Rift. There's a lot on the line here, but looking at what's going on right now, location of junglers, take note. Looks like both junglers actually going to transition towards the top side. Nakita nga natin kanina, very proactive si Zoo. Even within the first 2 minutes of the game, ng previous game, may gank agad, caught a CD off guard. I wonder if that'll be the same dynamic here. Will we be seeing Zoo to try to shut down a CD once again on this trundle? We'll just have to see.
Yeah, of course. Like we mentioned in the top lane, actually a CD has Ignite. So what that means is that Falcata would have a harder time in this matchup, and if you're a Cydia, the mindset as a player, if you take Ignite in the top lane, normally we'd see top laners with the teleport.
Exactly.
If you have Ignite, what that means is, I just want to kill my opponent. I just want to go aggressive.
Looks like they're just really gonna allow a Cydia split push like there's no tomorrow without really needing to respond to anything that might happen across the other side of the map. And meanwhile, Za caught to deal with 2 members of AMA. Looks like won't be able to continue though as he Glacial Assaults his way out of... Oh, not Glacial Assault. That was Zoo, but... Dragon Flag out of there. Flag and Drag.
Got caught up a bit there.
Yeah, tongue-tied.
Very tricky memorizing all of the abilities.
It is. I should really do my homework probably next time. But still, what's happening here in the bot lane though, it's interesting that we did see the Tomkin, so that's kind of a throw-off in itself whenever he just gobbles up his ally, puts him into safety. But I like how the AMA opting for the Taric, that's a lot more protection across the board for your teammates in team fights. I mean, with Tom Kench, making sure that he protects one target, that invulnerability across the board for all members of AMA. That's pretty interesting. How do you think that works out though, like a Tom Kench versus a Taric in terms of value that they bring to team fights?
Well, especially, I think Taric in a full-on team fight will have more value because, of course, he does have the AoE invulnerability. He has an AoE heal, he has a lot of stuns he could spread, whereas if you're just skirmishing and it's Tom Kench, unless you have enough CC to lock anyone down, Miko can just gobble up his teammates and practically run away from you and it'll be fine. Whereas once AMA, once they all come together, it's just a massive storm of protection and damage that's all gonna just head towards TUP.
Ooh, speaking of, I see a little bit of a ping coming in. Za is within the vicinity, just crawling around the jungle of AMA. Looks like won't be going for a gank though towards bot. Relapsing Ken Frost. Medyo may naamoy silang kakaiba and just kind of restraining dubs will just linger around under turret.
Yeah, and talking about these teams at the moment, if you're AMA, like we mentioned, there is pressure to not to go and force that game 5. They definitely don't want to go out now after all of the hard work that they did just sort of come to waste if they lose now. So we really need to make it all come together.
Meanwhile, Za kind of caught out there, was trying to deny a few camps from Zoo, but will be able to defend his property just fine. Meanwhile, Relapse and Ken Frost continuously just allowing themselves the moment to farm whenever waves come in. Navi and Miko constantly pushing out this lane. So nakita natin thus far. So let's go ahead and see how that may potentially affect them. We do see a smaller difference of a gold leaning towards TUP, and I guess it is understandable. Look at the CS difference, though, between Falcata and Acidia. 23 to 45. That's not a great position you want to be in, especially as a tree.
Yeah, that's just the nature of the Trundle into Maokai matchup. There's not much Falcata can do. If you're playing as him now, his mindset should be, I should just survive this lane, because what I've picked really doesn't deal well with the Trundle, so it's all about survival if you're Falcata.
It's really about making sure that at least he lasts long enough in the lane, doesn't fall behind too much, because at least the Maokai, we all know for a fact that in the midst of not being able to do much in lane, ang laking bagay in later parts of the game once you hit those clashes because of Maokai's kit. Meanwhile, that will be a dive right there. First blood right away.
Or
goes to Zap. Acidia flashing.
That was very, very close right there. And Falcata, he didn't burn his flash. He was a bit hesitant right there, but we're going to see
that was going to be a stun right there. Ken Frost is the prime target. Navi immediately gets a lot of hits. That's going to be the stun. Navi jumps in. No, unfortunately does not secure the kill. Ken Frost escaping in the nick of time, and Navi will just content themselves with the pressure.
Yeah, that's a lot of aggression coming from both Navi and Miko. They want to close out the game now. They're trying to create their lead, and it's shown. They chunked out the members of AMA, but it is a Taric and and they both have Relic Shields, so that means Relapse and Ken Frost are fine.
Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, a little bit of a 1v1 duel right here. Bam gets the shock wave from Niebe. Zoo tries to follow up, but unfortunately a little bit too late into that engage. So no further pursuit just yet. Take note, Zoo was level 5, so no prison will be used just yet to lock down Bam.
I'm so happy that we get to see Nieves Oriana as well. Because looking at both of these mid laners, they've really been trying to outdo each other throughout the series, and it shows. Both of them playing out of their minds, and it's just a matter of who outplays who.
Meanwhile, I have to hold you off there, Chisto, as Ken Frost gets decimated. That tongue lock coming in from Miko was insane. Meanwhile, Relapse will be able to escape to safety, but so far, so good across the board for TUP, actually.
I actually think that's such a sad way to die.
It is.
First score, you just get whipped by Tom Kenja's tongue.
Yep. Not the most comfortable way to go down.
It's not stylish.
Not at all. Meanwhile, Niebe as well having a bit more of trouble as well. Look at the CS difference, playing at 68 to 53. So across the board, there is a little bit of strife here for AMA University, but Acidia just continuing to bring the aggression onto Falcata. Falcata just continuously forced to farm under turret time and time again, and he does have a tendency to miss out on some of them because of the turret shots.
Yeah, right now AMA questions are being asked. Will you pass this test that is TUP? Because their laners seem to be struggling quite a bit. There's a lot of pressure being exerted by Acidia in this top lane. The bot lane as well. They picked up a 2v2 kill, so AMA, they need to wake up now. They need to start making that move that can stop TUP in their tracks.
Meanwhile, TUP gonna go straight for this dragon. Looks like we'll be able to take it easily uncontested, but then again, because of how solid TUP had the start thus far, at least these first few minutes, they're pretty much within that control of just continuously taking objectives whatever they can, and it's slowly starting to build up. I'm waiting to see. May magagawa bang proactive move ng AMA to go for it? Looks like that will be answered right now. Acidia actually managing to dodge. Looks like Acidia not even phased. Will continue to chase down Zoo as well as Falcata, and the BAM is within the vicinity. There we go. Looks like they're going to make the trip. They want to go for Zoo, but that will be the Arctic Assault. Meanwhile, Za coming in actually goes straight for Niebe. Shockwave onto Za. Will he go down? No, not quite. Acidia getting the kill onto Zoo. Things aren't done just yet. No, Acidia goes for the ride, jumps in, and Niebe, a moment of stasis, but only prolongs the inevitable. Bomb takes the kill.
Oh no, that was unfortunate for Niebe. I think he intended to flash to the other side of the blast code and auto the plant so that it knocks them in the opposite direction of each other, but unfortunately for him, the auto attack went to Acidia and it allowed him to close the gap and pick up the kill. very unfortunate.
We've been talking about how TUP, will they be feeling the pressure of having this lead to close out
That
the
might
game?
be it.
I'm not seeing it at all. If anything, they probably might be feeling the pressure themselves of being in this current deficiency of a 2-1, wherein this last game could make or break their chances.
Yeah, and AMA, they're feeling the pressure at the moment. They're going to want to hit that point where they can, again, fight TUP, but it looks like the pressure is just being applied so well.
Okay, a little bit of a sneaky sneak coming in from Relapse. Looks like this is going to continue to farm instead. No proactive moves, but then again, not really in the position to do so, I gotta say. So I like the AMA. I'm looking to see if they could find that window to at least pry TUP from building up the momentum that they have right now. Because 0-4, not to mention a goal difference of 3,400, is a great place to be at when we're only 10 minutes into the game.
Yeah, but looking back at what we talked about in the Champ Select, where we said Relapse has to be that carry for AMA. He's the only member who hasn't died yet, so Relapse must be thinking right now, man, my team is struggling. I need to pull them back up. I really need to act as the carry, and he's working towards that goal very, very well so far.
Interesting that you bring that up because as far as Relapse is concerned, sa nakita ko sa AMA, not only is he a prime shot caller, he's also, like we mentioned, a player to look out for sa AMA. So it's great to have that mental fortitude to at least not let this pressure get the best of you. And kung totoosin, I guess, if you're gonna look at AMA's composition, hope isn't lost, that's for sure. Because as long as Relapse stays in the game, Maokai, Sejuani, Oriana, and Taric are just going to gear themselves towards making sure Relapse is a beast in the later parts of the game.
Yeah, so the question in everyone's mind, will AMA reach that point where Relapse can act as that carry, or will TUP set up a rematch with UST?
I know they want vengeance, that's for sure. Meanwhile, Bomb just throwing skills out onto Zuzu, just forced to back away. Unfortunately, they cannot respond or deal with Bam just yet. We'll take the safer route to not force things. Oh no, Asiya, looks like things aren't done just yet. Asiya just going to see. Look at the damage. Okada opting to go for the ultimate, but the damage is just too much. He actually goes down, subjugate for the win.
Yeah, and that has been the primary strategy for TUP. Asedia, he's act as this primary carry, and he's just been bullying Falcata throughout this game, and it's just a tough position to be in if you're the Maokai.
Man, not at all. Meanwhile, looking at things here across the board, TUP is definitely looking in probably one of the better forms that I've seen of them in this best of 5. But Relapse will try to go for it. Tries to get the stun onto Navi. Does not quite connect. But here comes Zop from the backline. Along with Bomb. It's a party for TUP. They're not pushing the trigger just yet. Here comes the teleport coming in from Okada. The rest of TUP, they're starting to back away. They're going to disperse. And looks like teleport canceled. Restraint on point.
But you thought it was a party, but
no.
Oh, now it's definitely a party. Rift Herald has been spawned now. The question, will TUP dive?
Oh no, looks like that will be the dive indeed, but here comes Zoo coming in from the backline. A moment of Cosmic Radiance coming in from the Taric. Looks like that does force TUP to back away, but Rift Herald just junking down at this turret in the midst of everything. They do successfully defend, but just one more hit and down that turret is gonna go.
AMA, they look like they want to start a fight, but TUP, wisely enough, they respect the Cosmic Radiance. They don't go for the all-in wise decision. They all go for the disengage, but AMA, they hold on to their tower.
Indeed. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and see. There's definitely a lot of pressure that AMA has to deal with across the board. And I'm kind of worried because if they give into it, there's not really going to be much that Relapse can do to try to maintain relevance, to try to build up to being a beast on this Twitch. And we'll just deal pretty much so-so damage, and that's a worrying trend, especially
I'm worried too.
Against TUP, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm worried too. And let's look at what where most of the damage has been dealt. It has been in the top lane. And if you're watching this and you think that the Maokai Falcata is playing bad, he's not at all. It's really just the nature of the matchup. He's been forced to just try and survive for as long as he can because Trundle is just such an anti-tank champion, and Asidia is abusing that fact. He's just playing very, very well.
Yeah, and meanwhile, look at Navi, even with... Okay, looks like there's the confidence. That's where it's coming from. One hit, two hit, and down that turret goes. Kenfrost and Relapse are on the run. They have to back away. 3 members of TUP in the vicinity. Are they going to go for Dragon? They have a lot of options that they could do. Look at Navi, even with out Nico within the vicinity, just slowly making his way, establishing vision, clearing out so that they could successfully take Dragon. This is massive, and Mountain Drake for the taking onto TUP. And take note, Mountain Drake, not the best Dragon you want to give to this team, considering that Acid is going to split push like there's no tomorrow.
Red Warp?
Oh no, are they going to try something though? It looks like it will be the case. They go straight for a relapse, but Zoo going to try to back away. That's a full Cataclysm lockdown coming in from Za. Relapse manages to escape, but looks like the rest of the members will get the shockwave. Not enough damage. Ramya going to try to go for the retaliate, living true to their name. This could be the comeback that they need. Two members of TUP are down there. Bot lane looks like Bam might be the next casualty. Lockdown coming in from Zoo, and he gets the kill. Meanwhile, Acidia in the midst of everything, killing spree on to Falcata, and looks like the siege continues.
Okay, but even though Acidia picked up the solo kill onto Falcata, what a great team fight win for AMA. Now they know they can take fights. They were able to reposition. Relapse, we mentioned he needs to act as the carry right there. Taking matters into his own hands absolutely destroys, and just the execution from AMA, just very well played team fight. And look at the engage right here. What a beautiful Flagger Drag flash from the Jarvan, but he locks everyone in the Cataclysm, including his own team. And if you line up versus Relapse's Twitch, he's gonna destroy you, and that's exactly what happens here.
There you have it, folks. Go ahead and see AMA showing signs of fight in them, but with Acidia continuing to force constant pressure. Let's go ahead and see, will that be a detriment to AMA's plight to get back into this game?
Speaking of detriments, their primary wave clear champion, Nieve, he gets picked off, unfortunately. I think that will be the mid tower going down, but
Zoo will slowly back away. He's trying to walk his way out of there with the support of Kenfrost, but the damage is too much. Unfortunately, Tarek ultimate not enough to save his fallen comrade. And take note, Kenfrost exhausting that ultimate, that's a long cooldown that he has to work around until such time it comes back online, and that's going to be a crucial tool in AMA's belt that's not going to be available for them to use.
Yeah, they're going to have to wait for that Cosmic Radiance if they want to go for another fight. And if you're AMA right now, all of your cards are on Relapse. You have to rely on him a lot, and he really needs to prepare himself because he knows now he needs to be the carry. I can't die or else our team might lose this best of 5.
Man, that sounds like a movie in the making right there. But still, nonetheless, looks like Kenfrost can make the proactive move, making sure that he does not give vision or control over their side of the map to TUP.
There is movie, you say?
Yeah.
Can AMA retire? Starring Relapse.
Coming to cinemas. Ano bang month ngayon? January?
Yeah, it's January, but
February 2018.
Maybe.
In the finals. We'll see, but still.
It is still a long road, though.
True, true. 3 and 8 on the scoreboard right now. TUP looking very, very good. Look at that gold lead. Roughly 7,000, more than 7,000, leaning towards 8,000. So that's a lot of room for TUP to work with. Look at the confidence, just constantly clearing out vision from the side of AMA, limiting their steps across their own side of the map. And this is going to be a lot of aggression, lots of pressure that TUP is exerting that AMA hopefully can deal with.
Yeah, because AMA as a team, they know they have the tools for late game. I mean, we have real.
Oh no, Nieve will collapse. That's going to be a two-man shockwave onto TUP, but it doesn't matter. They don't feel the pain. Navi gets the kill.
Another pick off onto Nieve, and I think it will lead to another tower for TUP, but here comes Relapse.
Okay, looks like Zoo unfortunately misses the ultimate. They get a stun onto Navi, but jumps out in the nick of time. Za might actually be the sacrifice, but Navi trying to free hit in the midst of everything. Navi does not want to get that Maokai ult. Za will indeed sacrifice himself for the greater good, but looks like AMA not done just yet. Look at Navi, so painful onto Kenfrost. That's a tank that he's hitting, and he might be going down. Looks like Kenfrost will try to go for the escape. Navi makes the gutsy move to go in, and he gets the kill. Now on a killing spree, Nico gonna save his fallen comrade. Look at Acidia coming in from the backline, now unstoppable. Bam, looks like he has his own action going on as well. Tries to go for a relapse, tries to go for that inhibitor. Sayonara, baby, but no, Zoo. He wants blood, he wants to avenge his comrades, but he will back away for the meantime. No further casualties. Says that, man, Acidia, look at the action happening constantly. Still tries to go for a turret, but Niebe will cancel out, but man, take note, Chisto. We've hit more than 10,000 of a gold lead. What can AMA do?
I mean, AMA, they know. We have Relapse, we have Niebe. We can stall the game with the Oriana's wave clear. We have the damage coming from the Twitch. But in order to get there, to that late game, they have so many problems they have to deal with. They need to deal with a split-pushing Acidia, a split-pushing Bomb. That's a very hard task to do if you're AMA. Because they understand what where they need to go. Alam nila saan yung pupuntahan. It's just mahirap yung daan.
True. What is with you with these Lions? You could become a movie writer, man. I don't know. But still, 4-11, still lingering. TUP, they're slowly building up. I haven't seen any further solid kills coming in from AMA, but still, I do agree with you. Relapse can still be that hope. He's the one that actually has a passable KDA, 1-0-3. Not a single death just yet, so that's definitely a check on the list for AMA. But everyone else, they have to come back online to make sure Relapse can do what he can possibly do in the late game.
And speaking of checklists, the checklist ng TUP, we've got towers, we've got pressure, now Baron na lang.
Oh, bucket list right there. Let's see if they could complete that full circle. I mean, Acedia, look, he doesn't give a care in the world. And take note, look at the positioning across the board for AMA. And what I'm worried about here is, look at Falcata. He is making the proactive move to try to defend, but he can't even deal with Acedia 1v1. Once he takes down the turret, goes straight for Falcata. That's a big worry.
It's definitely a big worry, and there's really nothing a Maokai can do versus the throne. It's very, very unfortunate, and Falcata, he's forced into trying to decide, do I fight this guy? But it's very difficult.
And AMA, Relapse. He's
Relapse?
going to try to go for it, catches TUP off guard. But man, look at the escape coming in from TUP. You've been hit by a smooth criminal, AMA. And they just look at how clean that Baron take was. That was insane. Meanwhile, Falcata, he's going to try to stop Acedia. Looks like TUP, they're going to look for a fight, and they find the target in the form of Zoo. Zoo going to try to make his way out of there, assault out of there, along with the flash exhausted to get out of Cataclysm.
Oh,
but
no.
meanwhile, Acedia, look at how he's not taking any damage from those turrets, and he takes down Falcata like a god. 0-5 right now on the Malkain versus the Trundle. Things aren't done just yet. Navi going to go straight in for Nieve. That is a rather squishy Oriana. Gets blasted out there. Release arrived. No! Navi now on a rampage. Ladies and gentlemen, is this going to be it? Kenfrost is caught between all the members of TUP, but they don't give a care. They're going straight for a relapse. Double kill for Navi. And he jumps in. That will be the triple kill right there. Monostasis. So give it to me. And man, it doesn't. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the ace. And we have our finalists who will be competing against UST in the live finals. Congratulations, TUP Monstrum del Prodigium.
Man, TUP, they turned it up. Only 22 minutes to end that game, and they knew what they had to do. Plan A worked out for them. Just let Acedia split push forever. And if you're AMA, you're thinking we want to hit that late game. TUP just snuffed that out. I mean, nope. No late game for you.
Not at all. And again, like you mentioned earlier, Acedia, a very gutsy move to take that Ignite. But that's the confidence that you need to have. You need to have that confidence to trust in your teammate. Trust in Acedia that even though hindi siya makapag-respond with teleports, but he did his job fantastically in that top lane, just split pushing that there like there's no tomorrow and denying Falcata any chance to maintain relevance in the game whatsoever.
Yeah, but I really have to give credit to AMA.
Definitely.
Because even though TUP were heavy favorites, it wasn't a sweep. It was a 3-1. They were able to put up a fight, and that really shows how well they've improved throughout the LVL. Even though they were the newer players, they were still able to put up a fight versus the more experienced, and I'm definitely going to be excited to see more of AMA Retaliate Esports in the future.
I'd have to agree with you right there. And not just for AMA, but everybody, even those that didn't make it to the playoffs, ang laki ng potential ng nakita nating sa teams across the board for LVL.
Definitely.
And to be honest, I'm so itching to get into the spring 2018 term soon. Pero that's still a bit far off kasi sa ngayon, guys, gaya ng sinabi ko, TUP gonna be facing off against the UST Tele-Tigers. Let's go ahead and check out that schedule right there. As you can see on their screen, taking their rightful place as one of the finalists. This is gonna be massive. Pero gaya nga ng sinasabi namin kanina, mayroong a bit of hints, pero I'll make the grand announcement right now. Magkakaroon tayo ng grand finals, a live finals. Kung saan yung venue, kung ano yung further details, abangan niyo yan syempre sa facebook.com/LCLPH. Hopefully makita namin kayo doon. Any last thoughts, Chisa?
I'm very excited to see UST and TUP, man, because during the last day of the group stage, it was a tiebreaker, and UST just upset TUP to get the top seed, and TUP, they're gonna want revenge on the Tele-Tigers.
So, there you have it, guys. It's been quite the crazy semifinals that we've had. Pero sign up muna kami. Pero, gaya nga sabi ko, makikita tayo soon sa live finals. We have been your casters. I'm Mark Ducat, your Sirs fam. With me is Chisto. Once again, this has been the LoL Varsity League 2017 Summer Term Playoffs. See you guys at the finals. But for the meantime, have a great night. And of course, thank you to Lenovo. Light the sky. See you. be the case. They go straight for Relapse, but Zoo gonna try to back away. That's a full Cataclysm lockdown coming in from Zaw. Relapse manages to escape, but looks like the rest of the members
got
will get the
Navi.
shockwave. Not enough damage. Ramya gonna try to go for the Retaliate, living true to their name. This could be the comeback that they need. Two members of TUP are down there. Bot lane looks like Bam might be the next casualty. Lockdown coming in from Zoo, and he gets the kill. Meanwhile, Acedia in the midst of everything, killing back away. He's trying to walk his way out of there with the support of Kenfrost, but the damage just too much. Unfortunately, Tarek ultimate not enough to save his fallen comrade. And take note, Kenfrost exhausting that ultimate. That's a long cooldown. Try to go for it, catches TUP off guard, but man, look at the escape coming in from TUP. You've been hit by like, oh god. 0-5 right now on the map in versus the Trundle. Things aren't done just yet. Navi gonna go straight in for Nieve. That is a rather squishy Oriana. Gets blasted out there. Really survived. No! Navi now on a rampage. Ladies and gentlemen, is this gonna be it? Kenfrost is caught between all the members of TUP, but they don't give a care. They're going straight for a relapse. Double kill for Navi. And he goes, jumps in. That will be the triple kill right there. Mona Stasis. Zaw, give it to me. And he doesn't. But ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the ace. And we have our finalists who will be competing against UST in the live finals. Congratulations, TUP Monstrum Dells for Digimon.
Man, TUP, they turn it up.
Not enough Garena shells to buy the latest League of Legends skin? On sale now? Get shells anytime, anywhere with your Globe or Touch mobile number. Go to gamer.com.ph and sign up with your mobile number and enter the verification code you will receive via SMS. Log in and choose the game and pin you want. Check out to purchase the pin with your load or through your postpaid account and receive the pin on your phone instantly. Never miss a sale on your favorite League of Legends skins and champions with Gamer.